Okay. So, God, I got so many tabs up here, just cleaning things up. Okay. So let me know. I'm pretty sure you guys can see this. I'm on the right screen. There are a time or two where I'm not. Thanks for being on, Sagoon, Marianne. Good to see you. Good to see some new names in here that I haven't seen before. If you're trying to learn how to use Hercules, first and foremost, I guess you should have a base level understanding of TradingView. Now, for those of you guys who are brand spanking new, okay, you're going to go and create a TradingView account at literally the word, well, one word, right? TradingView.com. And once you go to tradingview.com, you should see a screen here. Let me even log out, right? So let me sign out. This is my like Smurf account. This is not my traditional, paid for membership account. The reason is because mine has a lot going on. That's not necessary to using this tool. I do a lot of, homework in the markets myself. But for the majority of you, you're just going to come to tradingview.com. And once you start to get familiar with this tool, it's going to be a lot more exciting too. But you don't have to. To use Hercules, all you need to do is exactly what I'm about to share with you. So pay close attention. If you're on your phone, the view is a little different. However, it's the exact same settings, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go to TradingView and you're gonna click on Get Started, okay? Then you're gonna go ahead and skip all of this crap. You don't need to do that. And go to Try Free Basic right down below. Click on that. Then you're gonna create an account. Okay, I already have one, so I'm going to sign in. I just do not want to create account after account after account. Once you sign in, they're going to take you right back here. You see how they're wanting you to upgrade again. You don't need to do that anymore. Click on chart. Once you click on chart, you should see something like this pop up, except it's not going to be Matic. Okay, it's actually probably going to be Apple because it is the biggest company in the world. You'll see this. And it's probably going to look a little different. Okay. You're probably going to see something like this. You don't worry about what I'm doing just yet. I'll show you what we're looking at in a sec. Okay. You're probably going to see something like this, and it might be black or white. I don't know. Your screen might be black. It might be white. You'll have watch lists already created here. You notice mine's empty. Okay. But you should see something like this. If you want to change it to a white view, you come to the left-hand side right up here to the left. Okay. On this little 3-tab bar, click on that. And you're going to turn it from a dark color theme to a light color theme. Bam. Look at that. Change the colors. It's nice, right? So it's up to you. However your preference is, you can use that. I like it black. It's just easier on the eyes. Okay. Then I'm just going to leave it there. Now notice what it did right here on the black. And notice how it created this little green line. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you some settings, okay, that we need to have no matter what. Then I'm going to teach you how to create a watch list of the cryptos that you want to purchase. And then the final thing we're going to do is teach you how to use the tool. Okay. So those are the 3 majors. So first and foremost, I don't like this view. Okay. In order to change it, if you like this view, awesome. I just don't like this green line coming through here. It's essentially a line that tells me what the price is right now. I already know what the price is right here because it says 153.49. The high is 157. You probably want that. You probably won't have the low and the high, but I'll show you how to turn those labels on. So you're going to come up here to the top right, and you're going to click on chart properties. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're on Apple. We can leave it on Apple for now. Okay. Click on chart properties. You're going to go to symbols. Okay. And on symbol, you notice right here, you're going to see last price line. Just turn that thing on. You really don't need it. It's honestly creates more confusion and cluster inside of your chart. The less stuff you have on your chart, the better. Cleaner charts typically mean cleaner thinking. Okay. So get rid of the last price line. Okay. Then you can even take and put, you don't have to have the high and low price lines. Okay. So we're going to leave that. We're going to make sure that everything else looks like this. Click OK. Okay, cool. So notice the price line went away. I still see that the current price is 153.49, right? I'm going to come right back here now. Now I'm going to go to scales. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on high and low price labels. See, if I turn it off, you see it goes away on the right-hand side. Look to the right. See how it's there? If I even scroll like this, you'll see that the low in this entire range is $22, but that's because I'm going back to like 2016. If I come closer and closer up until the view of the chart, you'll see the low price is right here at $53 right here. So I'm going to turn that on. The next 2 things I need to make sure are turned on, and this is crucial to use this tool, okay? On the scales tab, in the settings tab, indicator name label, indicator last value label. Click OK. Bam. Why is that important? Because if I turn off the indicator name label, you'll see, well, actually, you won't see just yet, but you won't be able to know what's really going on, especially if you don't have the last value label. So both of these are extremely important when using Hercules. You don't know this right now, but I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Click OK. Okay, now that's done. Go back to here. If you want to get rid of those, what are they called? Grid lines. I don't like the grid lines. Again, it's a messy chart. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come to appearance, click on the vert grid lines, horizontal grid lines, take the opacity down to 0. So now it's 0 viewable. See that? Click OK. Bam. That chart looks a heck of a lot better. It's clean. All I see is the candlesticks. We're looking good. Okay, this is a weekly chart. Again, we'll show you what we're looking at. But once you have that done, I just like to save regularly. You come to the top left-hand side. You can make your default view. You can change the layout. I just click Save Layout. This is default. So now, if I X out, come back, I'll always see it look like this, okay? All right, the next couple of things we're gonna do. You're gonna make sure that you come here and toggle log, okay? Notice the log changes things. Click on log, make sure it's blue and auto, bam. Okay, cool. I want those on for you all the time, okay? I'll explain why, but like if I'm like this, right? And then I click auto, see how it changes the price scale line, right? It's what it's doing is it's automatically fitting it to your screen. So like if I'm right here, right there, auto, see how it changes it and it fits everything in the price on the screen. That's what auto does. Log is a percentage scale. See how much it's popped off? If I click log now, it shows me true percentages. This is far more valuable in trending markets. And again, we're looking at Apple from 99, so that's why it makes sense. Okay, those two on. I can click save. The next thing, you really want to make sure you have this on the weekly, 1 week. See the W right here? Okay, first candlesticks, keep it on candles, you're fine there. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the W, or actually you're going to be on the daily. So it's going to look like this. You're going to see D, okay? I want you to only ever be on the weekly using this tool. So what you're going to do is click on the D, okay? And scroll down until you see days and then weeks. Click on the star. See if I star, watch, star, 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 whatever, right? You're going to notice that it always has these. So now I can scroll back and forth between the 4-hour chart, the daily chart, the weekly chart. And if you don't understand what this means, you don't really need to, okay? You don't at all. But each one of these candles represents, in this case, 1 week. Each candle now, when I click on the D, right, represents the daily. Each one of these is a single day of time. If I take 7 of these and add them up together, they equal 1 week. So watch, the price action for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 around here means the candle opened here, we're here. So it's probably a blue candle. Let me click on the W. Ready? Watch. Or green, I mean. And look at that. It's a green candle. So all 7 of those represented one of those. So I'm just going to get rid of all these. You don't need them. I'm going to unfavorite them. And now look, they go away. Cool. Bam. All you need is the weekly. Click on that. Okay. Perfect. Make sure you're on candlesticks. Perfect. You can click save layout. Done. The next thing I'm going to teach you really quick is how to favorite a few tools on the left-hand side, how to add your watch list, and then we're going to get into Hercules. Okay. It's a really simple process. Feels complex. There's a lot going on. What is all these, what do all these things mean? Don't worry about it. Okay. I promise you, you do not need it. You don't need to understand it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to favorite a few tools. Notice I have this little guy down here. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tools there. Okay. Now, if I unfavorite the cross here, you notice it goes away. If I favorite it, it comes back. If I favorite the dot, it comes back, arrow back, right? Look at, and they're all there now. I'm going to get rid of the dot and the arrow. You don't need those. I'm going to keep the cross. The reason I like the cross is because it shows me where my mouse is on the chart and the exact price and day. You guys see that? November 1st, 2021, where my mouse is, I'm at $127.41. So I like to favorite that. All you got to do is come right here, click favorite. The next one you're going to do, 2 down. You're going to come in here. You're going to favorite the trend line, the horizontal line, and the vertical line. These are just tools that I can use now. So if I unfavorite horizontal, look what happens. It goes away in there. If I favorite it, it pops right back up. I can drag and drop it in there. You guys see that? I like to keep them organized. You don't have to. It doesn't really matter. Then I can drag and drop this anywhere on my screen. Okay? I like to keep it out of the view. So now anytime I want to use a line, I like, where's a trend, right? Like if you really want the basics, right? Bam. Look at that. Cool. Trend line. Where does it seem to have a resistance? Okay. It seemed to have a resistance probably right there. Bam. If I want to change the color, I double click on it. I click on the line. I can change the color to red. Bam. I can change the thickness right here. Okay. Like, okay. Bam. There's my line. So now it's like, okay, we're in a rising wedge. Awesome. Okay. Breakout here probably means we're going way higher. Probably like the 160. Who knows? Here's my point. You could even say this is your resistance. That looks like a good resistance, right? But we've had some breakouts here. This used to be a resistance. Why? Why? Because we had a bearish engulfing, and then we broke down. We're supported at this. Bam. Okay. This is not that training. I'm just showing you how to use these tools. So I apologize. So now we're going to click on that. Okay. So we've got this tool and these three tools. What are these two tools? You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Well, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. 7 down. And you're going to click on the right-hand side right here, prediction and measurement tools. And you're going to favorite the date range, the price range. Why is the price and date range important? I'll tell you in here in a bit. But for example, if I put the price range, right, and I say, well, from the top of this candle right here to the bottom of this deal, what percentage drop was that? 19.8%. You see that? Okay, click delete. If I want to find out how much we've climbed from the bottom of this range to the current price, right? What is that? 33%. Now, I don't like how it's all blue. Simple to change. Ready? Background. Opacity, 0. Bam. Right? You don't like that? Maybe make the opacity a little bit more. Something like that. Now it's not as nasty. Now I can change it to yellow if I like. I can change. See, it's just customizable, guys. This is really simple stuff. I'm going to keep it at white. Okay, bam. So now 33% is how much we're up. That means if I invested $10,000 here, I'd be sitting on $13,333. Does that make sense? Delete. Okay, it's basic math. Date range is this. Ready? From here to here, how much time has passed? 294 days. 42 bars would be essentially 42 weeks, right? Because we're on a weekly time frame. So now we have all these tools favorited. Those are the only tools you'll ever need to even just kind of do basics. Okay. Once you have that, now we're going to step in and I'm just going to click save again, save layout. Bam. You can auto save every single 5 minutes if you like. We can click save. It doesn't even need to save actually. So that's awesome. So now you're going to have a bunch of things on the watch list here. I say delete them all. You're going to have like Apple. You're going to have your traditional stocks, commodities, equities, Forex. Delete it all. Okay. XXXXXXX. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to CoinGecko and we're going to try to find some tickers now for these cryptos. What time is it here? We're going to get this thing done within 20 minutes, I promise. 6 o'clock. Okay. So that being said, we are here in CoinGecko. Now, we're going to show you how to find the tickers for the cryptos that you would like to invest into. Now, let's just say for the sake of this example, you heard, let's find something that's a little down. I like Atom, sure. Okay, so you heard Cosmos is a great token, okay? And it's ranked number 27. If I didn't know where to find Cosmos, I'd do this. Cosmos, right here. Bam, 27. What's the ticker? ATOM. Why is it Atom? Who cares? Okay, that is the ticker. It could be 5 letters, 4 letters, 3 letters. They're typically 3 letters or 4 letters. Atom is the ticker. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to go to the watch list right here. I'm going to click on the plus sign right here. Go ATOM. Okay, USD. Okay, now we've got some examples here, right? These are all US dollars. First and foremost, avoid anything that is a perpetual future contract. I don't want that. It doesn't matter what exchange you're on. You notice how we're all Atom USD right here? And then these describe a little bit more about the product. We have, Coinbase here, Binance here. These are all just different exchanges. I typically like to add 5 or 6 at first, find the one that has the most history, that doesn't have a lot of major wicks to the upside, because that's typically foul play from that exchange or people on that exchange. And so, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and add the Coinbase one. I can click plus, or I can click anywhere on it. Binance, we'll do the Kraken. I'll do Bittrex, Polonix, and then I don't know. Oh, okay, this is a good example right here. ATOM USDT. Tether is the same thing as the dollar. So it is okay on KuCoin to use USDT. I promise you, not just KuCoin, other exchanges as well, but you can use the Tether example as well. I'm looking for one with the most history, right? And that doesn't have major wicks to the upside. And I'll show you what that is if we can find one. Okay, so here we are, we're on Apple. If I click now on Atom, look at that. It's pulling up the chart from a weekly basis. The very first candle was March of 2019 on Atom. Let's come here, click on this one. Which one is this again? Coinbase, awesome. Click on this one. This one has about equal time traded, Binance. This one is about equal time. So it looks like they listed on a lot of exchanges around the same time. Kraken. Okay, this one's Bittrex. This is the perfect example. Screw Bittrex. You want to know why? Because this wick is all the way up. Some buyers bought it from $5 all the way up to $1,000 and then sold it right back down to a normal average price. So this is going to throw our tool off. We do not want to use anything where you see something like this that looks way outside of the move and trend. The price, real price is 30 bucks and somehow the high is 100. Get away from it. Do not touch that product, okay? So what I'm going to do is delete that immediately. Don't use that. Okay, next. We're talking April of 2019. So this one has a lot. Now notice this wick is way down. That's not going to hurt you guys, the downside wick. It's really the upside one. But still, I don't like this. Even if it's a little older, the fact that we had enough false trading, or better yet, just not enough orders in the book for it to dump like that, get rid of it, okay? And then finally, KuCoin, we had May of 2019. So May of 2019, April of 2019. So they're all about equal. At this point, you can just use whichever one you want to use, as long as there's not a nasty wick to the upside. Maybe just use the one with the exchange that you're with. So let's say we're going to buy this on Coinbase. We're going to delete the rest. Bam, bam, bam. All I need to do is have one atom right there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back to this CoinGecko, okay, and we're going to look for some other ones. We're going to look at some ones that maybe are down into the number 200 market cap, right? And you can just start to look at these, like Pin, interesting, Audius. Okay, I've heard actually really good things about this. It's sitting at 226. It's number 113. Now notice it's audio is the ticker. So what am I going to do? Let's find out if they're even on here. Audio. USD. Notice I'm using USD all the time. Do not go with any other pair. US dollars is what we're going to be trading in, okay? Okay, so we have one on FTX, which is a pretty solid exchange. Binance, Bitstamp, Gemini. We're going to do the KuCoin one again, and we can do Polonix, Tether. Okay, bam, done. Let's find out which one of these is the best. So I have my Atom here. Now we have audio. I'm going to click through these and see which one has the most history, okay? Notice they're all a bit different because they all had different listings. This one didn't even show up on Gemini, so I'm Xing out of that. USDT, nothing, no history. Look at KuCoin, zero history. And then finally, this one has zero history. So the best ones are these. Okay, this looks pretty solid. We're talking 2019. That one's got a nasty, couple small wicks, but I like the first one the most. You see this one right here? This looks like the most awesome price history comparatively to the rest. So I'm going to keep the FTX pair. You do not have to buy it on FTX. You can buy it on any of these other exchanges. This just has the most history for us to look at and use, okay? The next one we're going to do, let's say one more crypto. Let's come right here, and if I find one that I can see. You know what? I'm not going to recommend we buy Eaconomy. So I'm kind of iffy on even doing that. I've heard good things about BNT Bancorp. So and I just recognize these names. Render's a freaking amazing product. I cannot believe, oh man, $5 today. Okay, BNT 133. So that is Bancorp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look up BNT USD. Bam. Okay, it's on Coinbase. Anytime you see a crypto on Coinbase, Coinbase has done their due diligence. They believe it's a great product. More often than not, Coinbase is like the go. If you see it also on Gemini and Kraken, both regulated US exchanges, that means it's a good product, okay? So if you do not see it on that and you see it on some sketchy, smaller name crypto exchanges, that's typically a good sign that you probably shouldn't dollar cost average into it. Just being honest with you. So KuCoin's another good one, by the way. I like KuCoin. Yes, Binance is big. So I'm going to go Coinbase, Binance, Bitfinex, Gemini, Kraken, Bittrex, Polonix, yada, yada. Okay, X out. Again, we're just going to do the exact same thing we did the first time. Whoa. Okay. So this thing had a high of 20. I do not like when we see major candles like that. I'm going to stay away from that for a sec. Okay. But that might actually be the real price action. Click through these. Which one has the most history? Looks like all of them kind of suck. Okay. That means they don't really have history. Coinbase seems to have the most history, and maybe they actually did list at $20. And then VC investors, venture capitalists who invested early, just sold for a major profit into the market. And it seems fair because price pumped right back up to $10. But if that's the high, that might throw us off. Either way, it looks like that's got the most history and it seems the safest. Heck, you could even use this one because you notice we still have the high of like 10, $13. So I'd probably use the Binance pair, to be honest. Again, this is up for your own discretion. From my perspective, that's the one I want to use. I want to use one that has a nice high, but not so high that it seems kind of like manipulated. Does that make sense? It's going to matter on the tool. And so I'm going to use the Binance one. Even if I'm not buying it on Binance, I'm buying it on KuCoin. I click on this. This seems to be fair. The real price here was about $10 on the close. You guys see that? Okay. So we've got our 3 cryptos we want to invest into now. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I can click back and forth and you can see these are the cryptos. Bam, bam, bam. Awesome. I'm going to click on Atom. I'm going to go here, click save layout. Heck, I would even turn auto save on for the sake of this situation. Okay. Now you can click auto again. So again, watch. If I go like this, click auto, watch, it's going to fill the space on my screen. Well, it should. That's funny. It should do this when you click auto. So now we're set. We're going to learn how to use Hercules. And it's a really simple process, guys. You're going to come to indicators. Okay. First and foremost, you're going to request access in the back office at Eaconomy for Hercules. Within 24 hours, you should have access to Hercules. Okay. And the reason you'll know is because you can click on indicators right here. And you should see, you won't have favorites here. You should see 1, 2, 3, essentially 3 or 4, actually probably 3 strat indicator type, products or not products, tabs right here. Okay. In order to get access to Hercules, if you have access, if you're a brand new account, you should see a new one pop up called invite only scripts. Okay. That's where you'll find Hercules. You can favorite that thing. So right here, favorite it. Notice favorites went away. So you'll have 4. You'll click on favorite if you'd like, and now it pops up in the favorites. You're going to click on that Hercules right there. Okay. Once you populate your screen here, you're going to see it looks like this, and it's all messy. It says buy today, hold. Okay. This is saying buy a -6 cents. Obviously, you're not going to do that. This is just a feature that we've implemented in our tool to keep everyone safe when they're investing. Don't need to explain why, just telling you this is what we do. This is a completely random generation. Okay. Now what we're going to do in order to use the tool, first and foremost, you don't need to look at price ever again, period. You're going to double click anywhere on here. Okay. This is now your new view. This is all you ever need to do again. Matter of fact, you can even save it this way. Bam. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the settings up here on the left-hand side. Click on the settings. And I am going to choose now. Okay. Once I've done and chosen the cryptos I would like to invest into from a dollar cost average standpoint, because I believe they're going to be around 3 to 5 years from now, I'm going to make a second decision. The second decision is how much would I like to invest every single year? And you need to commit to this amount because this thing is going to require bare minimum that. Okay. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. We cannot predict the future. We can get within a reasonable range. So this is the easiest that we could possibly make this tool for you guys. And it really is simple once you understand it and you've set everything up for once. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to make a decision on how much you would like to invest per year. So let's say for the sake of this example, we're investing in 3 cryptos. If it's only 1, even better, because you're going to have more money to dump into that one, but it does increase your risk, right? Investing into 1 crypto may actually end up being more profitable for you because you're going to accumulate more. And if that thing pumps, awesome. But it also means that if that thing goes to 0 at any point in the future, you're kind of out of luck. So the goal is to choose cryptos that you believe are going to be around 3 to 5 years from now. Your safest bets would be the biggest bets in terms of like, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I mean, Atom's really good. Luna's really good. Solana's really good. Like these are all great products, but you're just not going to be buying that much because they're at new all-time highs essentially. So we want to find cryptos, right, that you believe in are going to be around. Make your decision. If you don't have a ton of money, maybe only do 2 tops. Okay. Don't overdo it. Don't do 10. Don't do, you know, 15. You're not going to get anything out of that. Maybe 1 to 3 cryptos. If you have a lot of money, 5 to 10. Okay, if you have a lot of money. What's a lot of money mean? Well over $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Okay, even 50. But for the sake of this example, we're going to look at yearly. So this is saying $1 per year. This is per year investment. So what am I going to do? Let's say I have $3,000. So I put $3,000 right here. Click OK. Now notice what it's telling me to buy today in terms of Atom, $39. No, I'm not going to buy $39 worth of Atom. Why not? Okay. Because if I click there and then I click here, it's assuming I have $39 to put into Atom, excuse me, $3,000 per year to put into Atom, $3,000 per year to put into audio, $3,000 per year to put into BNT. On that note, that is a lot of money, guys. I don't have that type of money. Okay. So I'm not going to invest $3,000 into each one. That's $9,000. Instead, I'm going to say I have $3,000. What's $3,000 divided by 3? It's $1,000. Click OK. That is more like the price that you should invest. So that way, when I come through and click each week, Atom, audio, BNT, I'm investing that. Now notice BNT is a very small amount. It's like 79 cents. See that right there? Round it up to $1 or $2. It ain't going to kill you to round up. Do not round down. Don't go down. Always go up. Okay. So if I have $5,000 to invest per year, what's $5,000 divided by 3? $1,666. Okay. Click that. Okay. Bam. Now, every single week, once per week, whether it's Sunday or Monday, Sunday after 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, make that investment. And the thing is, you don't have to be perfect. Just do it within a 4-hour period. So let's say Monday's the day for you. Okay, once per week, all you have to do is come here, go to Atom. Okay, leave your settings set. So now that I have 1666 on $5,000 per year, click Save Layout. I'm going to go to Atom. I'm going to click on Atom. Look at the price right here, buy today. Now, why is the price there? If you ever get lost and you're wondering why you don't see that number, it's because your scales are off. You remember I told you earlier, indicator name label, indicator last value label. If they're not on, you're not going to see anything over here. You're just going to see a line and try to guess. Does that make sense? So having these both on really helps you to know what you're getting, right? Click OK, right? You notice how they disappeared. Now they're here. This is telling me literally the value right now, $21.73 is exactly where that line is. So I'm going to save that layout. Now, again, let's say Monday at 12 p.m. for me works best to invest. That's fine. Don't do past Monday. Do Sunday or Monday because Sunday is the start of the week on crypto. We want closest to the weekly close on any one candle. Okay, Sunday after 4 is the close, my time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the US. Okay. And anytime Monday. So let's say at 12 p.m., is your decision. Okay, cool. You can do it between 12 and 4 every single week. Why? We want to get within a reasonable time frame. You don't want to, wait and change it up every single week. Plus, you're not going to develop any discipline doing that. And it's really not that hard. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on Atom. I'm going to see it says buy today, $21.68. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to deposit my $5,000 immediately. If it's sitting in a savings account, it's a stupid move. Go put it in your crypto account on Coinbase, for example. Then go and buy $21.70 of Atom. Okay, I'm going to not log out. I'm just going to switch apps, go to my Coinbase app, purchase literally $21.70 of Atom. Done. I'm going to come back here onto the app or the computer, click on audio. What's this thing telling me to buy? $24.43. Okay, go back to Coinbase. Buy. So I'm going to literally pull from that US dollar in that account, $24.46. Then I'm going to come to BNT finally. I'm going to look at the price. Wow, it's only $1.39. Awesome. I'll round it $2. Screw it. Buy $2 of BNT. And guess what? I am done for the week. I log out. I come back next week around the same time, make that scheduled investment. Maybe next week it tells us to buy $37, right? The week before, in this case, it's telling us to buy, let's say this week it's telling us to buy 28. This week right here, it's telling us to buy, $39. Why? Is it telling us all these different values? Again, who freaking cares? You do not need to know why it's doing it. Just understand that if you've seen the examples, this thing is smarter than me and you. It's going to give us the best buy possible. We're going to buy near the bottom of every single trend almost every single time. And all you have to do is be disciplined. 1 week, you might actually see this thing say 70 bucks. It's okay if it's 70 bucks. Go ahead and make that investment. Don't fret, don't worry, because you should have that money sitting in your account at all times. You should always be sitting on enough dollars. And anytime those dollars start to run low, replenish. Go get a second job, figure it out, because when you do and these things start to pump to new all-time highs, man, you're going to be pissed you didn't make those investments. That's the reality. So again, next week, let's say on audio, this thing is telling me, this was a good example, right? On audio, it's telling me 112 bucks 1 week. On BNT, look at this, ready? This is going to freak some of you out. $285. Go and make that. You have $5,000. That is the best buy you'll ever make, I promise. And you're not really, yeah, you're chipping away at this amount, right? But at the end of the day, you should be getting to that point. I don't know why it's so low. It must be consistently pumping. Let's find out. Let me double click on this. So yeah, we're really, into the new all-time high territory. But that being said, you don't need to worry about the charts. Just look at these guys. Come back every single week, make those regular scheduled investments, click save. So if I click save, right, and I X out, let's X out of here, right, and tradingview.com. And this is a 2 to 4 year plan to, retire, not retire, but have a nice investment income. Click on chart, okay? It's gonna take you right to that chart. You can always double click on this or just look at it. It's gonna tell you the amount. Okay, bam. Today, 21. Always make sure you're scrolled all the way to the right, because if you're not, it's giving you the current value of that week, which this week was like April of 2020, right? That's not the real value. Make sure you're at the very end so you have the last piece of the line. It's showing where the line's ending right now. Click on there, make your investment. Click on there, make your investment. Click on here. Oh, it's only $1.50. Screw it. I'll do 5. Whatever. Who cares? Okay. Now, why is the line changing colors all the time? This is a good example right here. Okay. The line changes colors because we can't predict the future. And this is just a reference tool. The color of the line does not matter, but it is important that you know, okay, when the line is red, it means you're investing a little less than the average yearly cost you have right here. So on average, I'd be investing $1,666 into Atom each year, because another 16.6 goes in audio, another 16.6 goes in BNT. If it's red, that means you're investing probably more like 1,200 or 1,300 or even 1,000 into Atom. I don't know the exact amount because I can't predict the future. It could dump and this could go way up. It could go way up. Again, I don't know. Nobody knows. We're just trying to get within a range and keep you within that range. Yellow means you're investing about that yearly cost. So yellow would be like $1,500 to like $1,700 is what you'd be investing in Atom each year. Green means you're investing a little bit more than the average yearly cost, maybe $2,000 to $2,200 per year. But on average, as you get more of these cryptos in there, some are going to be yellow, some are going to be red, some are going to be, green. And so if you have 3 cryptos you're investing in, they're all different colors, your average is still going to come out to about $5,000, okay, per year. So this at some point, right, as this thing was green, you're investing a little more than the average yearly cost you put in there. Just understand that when you're doing that, that's not only when you're getting the best amount of crypto, but eventually it will turn red and yellow. And so when it gets to that point, you're investing less or equal portions, right? And usually when one's at yellow, another one's at red, sometimes another one's green. So we can't predict, we can't, assume we know. We're just going to try to do our best to get in that range. This is why I don't want to overdo it here. Like if I have $2,000 to invest and I put $2,000 here, this is safely assuming that when I click on each one, it's $2,000 for each one. I don't have $6,000. Here's what I would do, right? What's 2,000 divided by 3? I don't even know. 20 divided by 3 is what, like 800, a little less. 2,000 divided by 3 is $666. I don't even like that number, so I'm gonna do 667. And there you are, right? If that's all you have, don't invest. By the way, my recommendation is don't invest anything less than 1,000 in each crypto per year. So in this case, here's what I would do. I would delete one of these, delete BNT, keep 2, and now increase that amount to 1,000 for 2 cryptos. Bam. That makes more sense. And buying, this week, $13 of Atom makes a lot more sense than $2 to $7, right? Same with audio, $14.66. Done. That's not that much, guys. You're disciplined like this for 2 to 4 years. I'm not kidding. like you will be set. I hope so. I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but from every example I've seen, 2 to 4 years, it's stupid not to make these regular investments. And it's not hard. It's just a little bit of discipline within a 5 to 10 minute time frame every single week, 4 hour allotted time, but 5 to 10 minutes of time that you actually invest doing the activity. That is it. Okay. And you'll be better off than the majority of your crypto friends or investors that think they know what they're doing. Because not even every, I barely know what I'm doing sometimes. I swear, like I make some dumb decisions sometimes, right? Like luckily I don't lose all my money because I practice good risk management. But even I don't know where the markets are going. And so if I don't, and I've been in this for 5 years now, really studying the markets, I can assume, safely assume you don't either. And this thing's going to outperform both of us. So just do it. Make the decision, consistently invest, and you'll be a happy camper 2 to 4 years from now. So that being said, it's been about 40 minutes. I'm going to take 1 or 2 questions here. I'm going to pause. I'm going to stop the recording.